Hi everyone, welcome back to Real Room Radio Show and another week. And this is a special one tonight because we have a special guest on tonight who is one of the best guitarists I've heard in a long time. Honestly, the guy is just amazing. The guy, he's 12-year-old and you will hear him without doubt. He was on Britain's Got Talent. I'd been following before that because I'd seen how good he was. But once he went on to Britain's Got Talent, he got 2 golden buzzers and managed to come in 4th in the final, which was amazing. He's been doing a lot since then. We'll hear all that when he comes online. His name is Olly Pearson, and we're going to play a couple of songs, and then we'll get Olly on to talk to us and play a couple of things from him as well. Okay, so to carry on, we're going to start off with a band should have played last week, but we didn't run out of time, so they're going first this week. The band is called Tequila Monday, and they get this the right way around. It's Pass By Me. That's it.
I used to love, guess I wasn't strong enough for you. I've been around enough to know that you're the one who had to let me go. I can't deny when a thing has passed me by. Walked away so soon. Times have changed and so have I. I never did consider that blue moon. I can't deny when a thing has passed me by.
It was Tequila Monday, who have been on the show quite a few times in the past, and that song was called Pass By Me. I was calling it Pass Me By all the time, but it's not. Pass By Me, that's the right answer to it. So to carry on now, while we're waiting on young Olly making an appearance, we have a lad called Mark Di Pietro. Again, I hope I'll get that one right. The song's an easy one to say. The song's called Home. So here we are. I couldn't get cleaned at that right either. Carry on. As you were, eh? This is Mark Di Pietro and Home.
You never know how long it lasts. Catching my breath, gotta find a piece of ground, somewhere to touch down. The reflection in the mirror looking back at me. Lately isn't someone that I wanna see, or who I wanna be. This road is getting hard on me. Neglected everyone and everything that meant so much to me. Today's the day I gotta pick up the ground, somewhere to touch down. Home, found my way back home, where I belong now. I found my way back home. Finally found my way back home. I found my way back home. And this is where I belong now.
There we are. That was Mark Di Pietro, and the song was called Home. Now, we have young Ollie available in the studio at the moment, just trying to sort out a couple of bits and pieces. So we're going to put this next song on oh, my tongue's going out of order today. I don't know what's happening. Specifically, I don't need to start using simple words. I think that's what it is. Words for a 12-year-old. I'm sure he can do better than I can. So that was Mark Di Pietro, and Home was the song that was on there. But this one, as I say, is for Ollie, and it's from AC/DC, and this one is called
Struck down by a lightning bolt. Blame me, make it all my fault. Struggle to take a compliment, and no one can understand why. The chemicals within my brain take a nosedive, make me feel insane. And I can't see the joy in life, and no one can understand why. But if you look a bit deeper, you'll see that this girl is a keeper. In true love she longs to believe, so she was a heart on her sleeve, on her sleeve.
think we'll come to the crux of the problem. So everything should be going quite well now. We'll finally get Olly back again, which is great. There's just a wee problem with some feedbacks from microphones, but we can carry on now. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's get on with it. First of all, Olly, I want to talk about your background. Now, I know a lot about you because I've seen it on your Instagram, etc. I've watched you on Britain's Got Talent, but there's a lot of people outside that don't. So go back to the COVID, which was 2020. Now, I remember I was 64 that year, and my granddaughter plays ukulele, and she came round and sang it to me because it was the first time we were allowed out of the house, and they sat in the garden. For my daughter's family were in the garden, and I was sitting on the bench with my wife, and my granddaughter sang that to me. So she had started learning that about that time. So I take it that's much what happened with you now, that I know with your granddad. If you want to tell us a story from there, from you're about 7, thereabouts. Okay?
So it was mainly in the car. Well, it was a mixture between the car, when my dad used to have it on the radio, lots of rock on the radio wherever he went, even in the house, there were literally music wherever he went. And before guitar, I actually used to dance in competitions, do tap dancing, and I actually won some. And it was quite fun, and then I started guitar, and then I just found a new whole experience.
So back to the COVID thing, Joe. Yeah, when COVID hit, like yourselves, we were all stuck in our houses, and we had a close-knit neighbourhood here where we would go to the end of the driveway and we would just do things to entertain neighbours. One of our neighbours played guitar, so Olly saw him play guitar and then turned to me and said, I would like an electric guitar. And over to the granddad part of the story, his granddad Lee said, I used to play a bit when I was a teenager, so I'll buy a guitar and I'll teach you the basics. About your granddaughter's ukulele, it started on Zoom, then it went to social distancing, and then when they were able to get together was when it really sort of took off for Olly, because he was able to spend time with his granddad, weren't you?
Yeah.
And learn guitar at the same time, so it was just a passion really from then on in.
Yeah. I had my granddaughter was Holly, so quite weird. She's Holly and he's Olly, but she was around the same idea. You know, she wanted to learn. She started to learn a bit of guitar with me as well. She managed to steal a couple of guitars off me too. She took a Les Paul from me, which I never get back, and a Yamaha. So she's managed to pinch a couple of mine for her collection. But my daughter says that she's to get no more from me, because I've got about 20, I think, here. So same as yourself, Smart. I think you've got just as many there. So yeah, it was around about that time of lockdown. I was quite fortunate. We've got great neighbours, like you said. The one next door, a van pulled up, and they all went out to the back of this van and came back in with pints of beer. And of course, it was my birthday. So my neighbour bought me a pint of beer as well. So it was nice and cool. It was a really hot day, you know, in May, end of May. And I sat there with my pint in the garden, quite happy. Straight from the van, and it was cooled, you know. So obviously had all the correct CO2s and everything in it, you know. So really good. Anyway, let's go on to the next part. It was up then. So your first performance, you were around 8, I think. Now, if I remember rightly from here, again, it was with Grandad, and it was the one that went, well, it was viral, was the Shadows song. So you want to tell us a wee bit about that? I mean, I played it myself, so I know exactly what you're talking about there. It's a great tune. It's great for guitarists to play with. So you tell us your side now.
So I'm pretty sure it was a patch
Yeah.
that did go viral, and I think, was it 7 or 8? I think it might have been 8.
Yeah, so to build Olly's confidence of playing guitar, you know, one thing to play in your bedroom or at home, but to play in front of people, it's an entirely different experience. So we were keen to let Olly show and to play publicly. So we don't live far from Chester, and Chester's a lovely Roman city for most people. They've been there, they know it's like cobbled streets.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Playing music or showing their performances in the street. And we just took Ollie along one particular Sunday, nice and quiet, and just with his Boss amp and his Strat, which was pretty much bigger than he was, and he played wasn't it? Which was one, and still is one of his granddad's favourites, but the one that Ollie really sort of started to hone his skills on. So and you're right. So that video, I think now it sits at about 15 million views, which for us was pretty impressive. Maybe not by some of the videos now, but back when he was 7, we were watching them go up daily, and it was quite impressive.
Yeah, definitely. There's I see a lot of young guys starting off now. There's some local as well. There's a young boy that started. Carlo was, I think he was about 10, 11 the first time I met him. He's about 14 now. And he's like Ollie, he's a great guitarist, and him and his 2 sisters play in the band as well. He plays lead. His sister can play some lead. They can both play piano, or her sister plays bass. It's a great sort of family concern, and they do really well. They're like a lot of money from Boston, so they do that a lot. Apache is one of my favourites as well. One of the first ones I learnt. I was a wee bit. I'm probably at your age now, yeah. I didn't learn when I was 8. I got my first guitar when I was 11, and 6 months I didn't touch it, and then decided I would teach myself. So I did, and look where I am now. No famous guitarist here, not like you, So let's talk a wee bit about the Britain's Got Talent. This was... I knew a wee bit because you told me. He told you the night before it was coming on, I think, on your Instagram, and we got it from there. So let's see a bit from you on it, because I know we talk about the golden buzzers as well, all that side of it, and the songs you were playing, how you picked them, etc. So if you want to talk a wee bit about that now, you can put your mic back on and get that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, when I first went on, I was nervous. But when I met Ant and Dex, they really calmed me down, and it was so nice meeting them, because they were like my childhood dream people to meet.
Yeah.
When I did meet them, they made me so much calmer. I went on that stage, and I thought if I was lucky, I might get 4 yeses. That much, but I played my heart out, and it ended up with a golden buzzer, and the judges were all really nice. And when we just got back in the car, so we didn't know what to say to each other.
So it was back last October when Ollie auditioned. It was the first day of the and he was the second show in. And when we stepped onto stage, to set up his tech, and there's 3,000 seats facing you. It's a bit of an experience. With Winter Gardens in Blackpool, it's a really nice venue. And we thought in terms of the song selection, we just want a nice mixture of songs that Ollie enjoyed playing, and that he could you could move around to and play his heart out to, as Ollie said. And I think it came across as that, and I think what you don't get off the TV is just the reaction. Get it unless you're there, of course, that. But the reaction that we got in the auditorium from the crowd that were just singing along and shouting. Well, they were screaming for the golden buzzer before Ollie had even started, and it's just you're thinking maybe who knows? But it was incredible. It was a brilliant day. What would come out of it?
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I say I've been at a lot of different competitions with one of my grandsons. He was a dancer as well. He did street dance, and he's actually been at the British Championships. I think it was were held in. Where you said in Blackpool in the Winter Gardens. So I've been in there and really crushed in there. How you let it go, and I don't know. If the fire people had seen this, I think they'd have cancelled it right away and kicked everyone out. It was really no room to move in it. So I know exactly what the place is like. It's a good place for playing. Different from the dancing thing, because they were all just shoved in, and the judges were in and out of them, you know. But playing music on a stage like that is a totally different thing altogether. It's an adrenaline rush that you get, or I did anyway, and I take it you did as well, Ollie. Is your screen frozen at the moment? It looks as though it has. You seeing this? Oh. There we go, that's better. Yeah, you're back again now. Don't know what happened, it just seemed to freeze. So I know that type of thing, and I've also, I've played with people like Annie Lennox in the past year or so. Being on stage with these big places are amazing. He's doing more than that now than what I ever did, you know. So it's fantastic. And I think we've got the actual video, I think, of the flash mob. So while Mike and Mick are getting a few things organised there, we'll talk a wee bit about the trip to Paris. I think it was in Paris you did the flash mob, is that correct? Yeah. So if you tell us a wee bit how that came about, because it was an amazing thing. I mean, Mick has watched it about 3 times at least, maybe 4. I've watched it a few too, so we've all been quite high on it, you know, and a lot of the other presenters on our station, they've all been watching it as well. So don't be surprised if you're a day's holiday and Mike gets you on his show. You know, he does a breakfast show, so you know, that could happen still as well. So yeah, just tell us how that came about and, you know, how you get into that in the first place.
Well, Julian contacted us through Instagram.
Yeah, so Julian Cohen, who's the pianist you see in the video, got a very heavy following on social media. Brilliant pianist.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and he contacted us through Instagram, Ollie, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, and it was about the same time that the BGT final was on, and saying, would you like to come out to Paris and play Bohemian Rhapsody? And of course it was a song that you loved because you ended up playing it in the final of BGT as well, so it had a place in Ollie's heart. So yeah, I mean, we're quite lucky. Our daughter lives near Paris. She works in Disneyland, so we kind of thought, well, what can we lose, right? We'll just drive out there, we'll stick the guitar in the boot, and Ollie learnt his part. We met up with Julian the day before, and we saw the square in which it was positioned. And Julian said, you know, there'd be people popping out of the windows and so on. But we had no idea in terms of what it would be like and you know, how it would come across. But it was brilliant doing it, wasn't it, Ollie? You had so much fun.
It's so much fun. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And I think last time I looked, it was up to 600 million views. I mean, it just went berserk.
Viral.
Absolutely viral. Yeah.
Blows your mind.
It does, yeah.
The lad who sings, the guy on the thing, on the
Mickey on the carriage.
Mickey.
Yeah.
The guy's got an amazing voice as well, and he's actually, I think he's got a new single out just now as well, or just coming out.
Yes, he has. Yeah, he's just released a single now. He was on Britain's Got Talent as well. Some people might remember him from Britain's Got Talent. I think his single's called "Slave to the Man." If that helps you. But he's got an incredible voice, and I think you see in the video actually that him and Ollie hit it off straight away. You know, like you know from your love of music. When you both got common love for music, it just allows you to gel, and you can see them bouncing off each other in that video. And what you see there is what you get, right? We've seen comments of there are actors, there are plants, they're not playing the instruments, they're not singing. All those things happened in that French square, and it was quite something to be part of. To be honest,
I think because it was the problem with getting everybody there without actually having a rehearsal in the square, you know, and saying, okay, we're going to be here, but we can't rehearse here. You go up there, and you go your mics there, and you know, did any of them wear earpieces? Do you know when they were?
I mean, I think, good question. I think were you wearing an earpiece?
I was, yes.
There we go, yes. So some of them were wearing earpieces because obviously there was quite a distance between where the piano was, for instance. I mean, that was a grand piano that I saw them assemble in the middle of that square in 10 minutes flat. So I think some of them did have earpieces. I think most of them probably did because of the distance between where they were. Yeah. But they were genuinely singing, and some of the singers came down to join the piano, and Mickey came in on that carriage, the man pulled carriage because the horse was unfortunately poorly, but I think it did really well. I think the whole thing was very well thought out.
Did a good job.
Fantastic, it was.
Yeah. Excuse me. I hope that Mike and Mick are about ready, if you can let me know. And we're going to play the flash mob of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
Against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. I'm not back again this time tomorrow. Carry on, as if nothing really matters. Too late, my time has come. Sent shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. I see a little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, we'll do the fandango. Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very friendly.
Galileo,
Magnifico.
I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity.
Easy come, easy go, will you let me go?
Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. We'll not let you go. We'll not let you go. Let me go. No. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go. The devil put aside for me.
We want to get Ollie playing something now. We hear him playing live for everybody that's watching and listening in, so that they know that this is these things weren't made up. This has all happened, really happened, and we'll prove that here. I'm ready to play if you're ready to get on.
Yeah, no problem. We'll just switch the amp on. I don't think it's been rehearsed in any way, but he'll give you something. Hopefully the audio will come through. I'll move out the way for you.
I thought you were going to mind to me.
Can you sit down?
No chance. Yeah.
Just make sure you can see you on there. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Hope that came through okay?
Fantastic. Sounded great. I sent you a question a while back, Ollie, and rather than take up time here, you can think about it and I'll tell you the answer on Instagram after we come offline. Okay, and the question is, what has... what's the song now? I've forgotten the... I'll come back. I'll do it on Instagram because I've totally out of my head at the moment. I had it a minute ago, and it's to do with Dire Straits and what do you call him, Angus Young. It's to see what the link is between the two of them. So I'll get you that after. So anyway, to go into some of the other stuff before we get a chance to finish up here. I think we're doing okay for time at the moment. Performing across the UK, I should say, France and Italy, some great venues. live TV and online. Live Prime Children's Saturday Morning Show. That's a good one. That's a great one that to go on to. Prime are doing an awful lot of these kind of things now, more than they used to do. And what's that bit? Guitar and drums and playing mainly rock. That's what I want to get in your endorsements. ScanPro Audio, I mentioned for them. Scott Dixon Cases, who make your guitar cases, etc. And Patrick Eggle, who makes your guitars, your handmade guitars. So that's a great thing to have. So these are all good. Just one other thing. Yeah, your social media seems to be going well. Everything that's happening seems to be going well. Have you got anything lined up for the near future? I know that the fact that you've got a lot of things that you'll be doing, but over the next, towards the end of the year, etc., have you anything lined up for that you want to talk about?
What we got a few gigs coming up. Probably the one that stands out. I mean, he's just played the Calvin Club, so that was very special to play the Calvin Club. That was only last week, I think. You lose track of time, don't you? So that was something amazing. We think he was the youngest ever musician to play the Calvin Club, so that was very special. Probably it tips just into early next year that Olly's going to be coming up to your neck of the woods. He's going to be playing in Bonfest in May next year, in Bonfest, as in Bon Scott. And he's going to be hopefully playing with a certain ex-AC/DC band member, which will be he was very excited about when he did. I'm not sure how much we're supposed to say, so I'll keep it relatively close to our chest, but that's probably the most exciting thing about coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic.
Watch this space, watch his social media, there's things on all the time there. Thanks, Joe.
I want to say a huge thanks for being on today. It's sort of about the teething problems we had earlier on. At least we've got to hear you, we've got to know what you're about and what you're looking forward to coming up. Yeah, this sounds great. So I'll certainly keep an eye out for that. Up this way. Also, if you're going to any music places down south, maybe any of the guitar shows or anything like that, let me know in advance, and I'll maybe try and get down in to see you down one of these things. I got a chance to actually meet you. I know that you met Josh last year. His dad Simon had said to me that...
Yes, we see Josh a lot. He's a great guitarist.
Yeah, he's a very good guitarist, the difference just in their personalities. We're all having a more outgoing personality. Josh being a wee bit quieter, but both fantastic guitarists. I can't take any away from either of them. They're both really, really, really good. So it's good to hear that. And here's to the future, I hope that everything you want, all your dreams all come true. Because I really remember about that age myself, and the things that I wanted to do, I got close to a lot of things, but I never quite made the big step. Played with a couple of famous people, but I didn't quite get that step where it was me, but I do have a couple of albums out on Spotify, etc. And I'm working on a new one just now, so you keep doing everything you're doing, because everything is great. Obviously, you see the people behind you and all those things. That doesn't happen unless you're good. It's that simple as that. You have to be really good to get these opportunities. So keep it up. Say hi to your granddad for me as well.